Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 58 of our All the Mods 9 to the Sky Let's Play series. Today, we are progressing through Blood Magic, getting up to a tier 3 altar, getting some rituals going, open up the Hidden Realm, all kinds of stuff. We're speedrunning. Let's go. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where we're continuing on with our exploration, our deep dive into the dark arts with some blood magic. So yeah, let's get into it. Last episode, we left off by making ourselves our tier 1 altar. Well, we technically already had it. But automating our rune production over here, I do have a stack plus a little bit extra of those. Just been, doing the whole stabby thing with it and everything, getting myself, stab rated. I did try to make a notch apple, the enchanted golden apple, to see if that would help me. It does, but at the same time, it doesn't. And I can already get, it wasn't needed. Like, whatever. I'll just stab myself and we'll survive with it. Anyway, so we left off with that. I want to go ahead. I did look into making the Ars Nouveau ritual and everything, but it would require me to get a whole bunch of the different essence types, the abjuration essence, the mana essence, and all that stuff. And not that that's complicated. We have the source available. I don't feel like dealing with it right now, to be honest with y'all. So, if we take a look at ours, I'd have to get manipulation, I'd have to get abjuration, I'd have to get the arcane or whatever the other essences are called. And I don't want to do it. I don't feel like it right now. It's too much work. So let's just continue on where we're at. And if it becomes an issue, then I guess I'm not going to have any choice but to do it. But yeah. So we left off with our altar, and we need to work on getting ourselves upgraded to tier 2. And the best way for us to do that is to actually do the stuff that we need to get there, which is to make ourselves some runes. Now, we do want to make ourselves some blank or speed runes to help speed this up. Now, with the tier 2, we can only make 4, so we don't want to go too crazy with this. But I am going to teach the system how to make these runes. That way, we can just always have them available to us. So we're going to go ahead and say this. Now, the key thing with this is that the orb that's going to be in here, I need to actually make myself another one, because if I wanted to automate it, it needs this orb in order to do the crafts, and in order to I need an orb to be able to do so, right? Am I making sense? I'm speaking fast, I guess. I don't know. It's not really fast, but I'm speaking complicated-y. Anyway, you need an orb in your system that is not bound to you. That's the important thing. It cannot be bound to me, and I have to leave that just in the system to do the crafts. That's what I was trying to get at, okay? I don't know why I was making that so complicated. Now, we can only do it currently with the weak... come on, buddy. The weak blood orb. So we're going to have to go ahead and put that in there so that it knows that we're going to use the weak. Eventually, we could upgrade that, but we'll upgrade this to different tiers eventually. And I actually don't even think we upgrade this, right? These stay, and we put a different catalyst in to get to the next tier of orb. Anyway, so these guys will just stay. So the fact that this recipe is using this is going to be perfectly fine. It'll keep that in its memory. And then speed runes are going to be this recipe, which we're going to have blank runes and blank slates available to us. So we'll go ahead and do these. I'm going to put these into our extended pattern crafter because... we're running out of room and whatever. It's not that big of a deal. So if I go ahead and request the blank runes, I can go ahead and say I want 8 of those, and it's going to say I'm missing the 8 slates. So I can go ahead and shove these into there, and now I can say I want 8, and we should be okay. It's going to do the craft. I'm going to pick them up because it's part of the quest to have 8 of them. Then I can go ahead and request speed runes, and I want 4 speed runes. I think I have enough. I'm missing 1 slate. So if we come over here, and honestly, I could theoretically just grab the whole stack of these, but I'll grab half. The problem that we have, if I grab the whole stack, when I go to actually teach the system how to make the next set of slates, it's going to want to do these ones first. So I'm going to have to adjust the numbers on here as we go so I can make different slates. Makes sense because the item translocators are going to want 64 in there before it'll hold anything else. So we're going to grab our runes, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of this polished deep slate that is here. It should only be 8 blocks, which is what I want to make sure. Then we're going to, in cardinal directions, your north, south, east, west, we'll go ahead and put speed runes, and this will make it so that it can craft things faster. And then blank runes in all of the other spots. And now, if we take our divination sigil and we look at this, we should see that we are a tier 2. It still says tier 1. by blink runes. You can replace the blink runes in each of the cardinal directions to runes like the speed rune. How you'd build a tier 2 altar, but you can also visualize it in the guidebook. Speed runes are the only runes available besides blink runes until you make a tier 2 altar, but can be replaced later on. I don't know what this. I'm getting this format error a lot. Yeah, I mean, do I need? That's not tier 2. That's tier 3, isn't it? Tier 2 is just these. Every time you just add a new layer to it, correct? Let's sneak to view. Tier 1 altar. Tier 2 altar. Yeah, look, blank runes. Speeds. It should be at tier 2. Oh, it is. It just took a while for it to register that it was tier 2. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it was showing up as tier 1. So I don't know what that was about. It just took a moment for it to register that it was ready to go. I think we're full. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're good to go there. We're at tier 2. Now we can start working on getting ourselves up to, well, tier 3, because we need to get to tier 4 at some point. So we're working our way this way through our quest. Now we do have other options. We have the Dagger of Sacrifice, where we could sacrifice mobs to drain their LP. I'm fine with stabbing myself. It's perfectly fine for now. Since I have regen and all that stuff available to me, we'll deal with it. But my next major goal is to get myself some reinforced slates. And then the reinforced slates are going to allow me to get tier 2 sigils. None of those what I need. But it's going to allow me to get runes of self-sacrifice, which means I get more LP from stabbing myself, 10% bonus. And I can get runes of sacrifices when I kill non-player entities. Don't care about that. I do care about the apprentice blood orb, so we're going to go ahead and work on grabbing one of those, which is a block of redstone with 5,000 LP. And eventually we need to get to the runes of capacity, so we can start storing more LP inside of our system. But reinforced slates is where we're at. Now, for the next step, the tier 3, we're going to require 20 more runes to make a total of 28. So 20 more blank runes to get this done. And then, yeah, 20 more blank runes, and then we'll be able to get these things. Now, these guys are going to require blank runes for each, so that's okay. So we need 20 total blank runes. We should actually be able to do that. Yeah. And then we can just replace these around and then get to tier 3. That should do it. Now, we're not going to have any upgrades on these or anything. Like, they're not going to be fast, but it should be able to get us to tier 3, TVH. Okay. That just means that we're going to be able to craft the other kinds of slates, is all that. All that the different tiers means that you can craft more slates. Granted, each slate then does require more LP, though. Okay. So if we take a look inside of here now, we should be at tier 3. Yeah, look. Tier 3. Easy peasy. Bam. Look at that. Pre-making those slates was very beneficial to us. Either way, though, we still need to make the reinforced slate, so it's not like it really helped us out much. But it did for the time being. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this down to 32. That way it keeps those 32 in there, and then we have these 11. We can go ahead and say, I want 8 of those for now. Those are going to convert over to the next tier, which is reinforced. And that's going to require 2,000 each. So I'm going to have to stand here for a moment. But we are going to go ahead and say keep 1 of these in stock. That way I can put them in here and then it'll do the thing. I didn't mean to put that many in there, because I said I was only going to do 8. So we're going to stand here, and then I'm going to tick accelerate it a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy, because I don't want it to go faster than I can go. Though, and also, it's going to try and convert. It already did. So it went up to imbued. I need to catch this before it. There we go. Okay. Because I didn't teach the system how to put into these. So it made one of the tier 3 ones already, and that's perfectly fine. But it'll start making those ones. But you can see now it's burning up because I don't have enough blood essence in there, or life essence. So we can go ahead, just stab. I'm mashing as fast as I. Ooh, that was very close to death. Yeah, so good. We're going to be making our reinforced slates, and then we can go ahead and make the next tier slates too. Not terribly too difficult. So this time, yeah, okay. So we have 6, 7, and we should technically have 8, but I went up to tier 3 with one of them, so kind of messed up our numbers there, but that's okay. Go ahead and do your thing. And do your thing faster. Good. Okay, so then we could convert these ones over to the imbued slates. So we're going to say, hey, I want to keep 8 imbued slates on hand too. Probably more at some point, but for now, we'll say I want 8. So if I put blank slates back in here, since it has 8 reinforced, it's not going to put the reinforced in there. It's going to wait until it converts over to imbued. We're going to run out of juice soon. Okay, so there we go. We got imbued, we've got reinforced, we've got blank, and we're doing pretty good. And we're already at tier 3. Our goal is to get to tier 4. That's all we need. So tier 4 requires a 20 blank runes. I already did that, so we're just going to do, since I remembered this exists, FTB quests editing mode. I already was ahead of the curve on that, so I'm going to go ahead and just mark that as complete. So that way the quest completes, and then we can turn editing mode off. Perfect. Let's go ahead and collect our blood magic quests because we can get some okay, well, I was gonna say we're gonna get some rewards for it, but we end up getting nothing because they are all loot box, so I need to actually click each one individually. So now let's go into here and click each one of these individually. Let's see what we end up getting. Oh, honey, that's a great blood magic reward. Oh, we got a rune of self-sacrifice. We were wanting one of those, so I'll take that. Ritual stone, we're gonna need those eventually, so it's not too big of a deal. Soul snare. We got our arcane ashes, gets us a copper hammer. These are just random rewards, not blood magic specific. Soul snare. Tier 2 gets us some more soul snares. You're going to get us a piece of lapis. You're going to get us some blank slates. Nice. What can I get out of this? Oh, I do have a chance of getting like demonic slates and stuff like that. The hierarchy. Okay. Rune of sacrifice. That's great, though we don't need necessarily. But we get a... for picking them up, it helps us complete the quest. Iron key, which is great for when we get into the dimension that we have to go into. And reinforced slates. Okay, cool. So we got up some slates. I'll take it. So we got some reinforced slates. We got some more blank slates. Some rituals. A rune of self-sacrifice we'll take. That just makes things a little faster for us. We can go ahead and plop that bad boy right there. A rune of sacrifice we don't need since we're not sacrificing mobs to do anything right now. Ritual stones... You can go in there. You can go away. We're going to need these iron keys eventually, but I'll put it away. And yeah. Okay. Coolio. So with that, we now have tier 3 altar, and we are capable of working towards our next major goal. Now, oops, wrong button. In order to get to tier 4, we need more blank runes. Pretty simple, 28. We also are going to need to get that blood fruit that we need. And in order to do that, we have to go into the dungeon to get the Tau fruit. So we have to go to the hidden realm, explore the dungeon, and then get the Tau fruit, and then we can turn it into saturated Tau. So that's our next major goal. So we need 8 total ritual stones, which I got 2, but it doesn't really matter because it comes in packs of 4. I'm also going to want to go ahead and get myself my magician's blood orb, which requires me to put a block of gold in there. The apprentice. Now, I guess I can just skip the apprentice, can't I? And just go straight to magician because they do tier down. The magician blood orb, though, required how much LP? 25,000. I don't have enough. I need runes of capacity. Rune of capacity? I need to get runes of capacity on here. That's my major goal, is to get these. Speed, I can always speed up utilizing time in a bottle. So I'm not too concerned about that. I want runes of capacity to be able to store as much as I can inside of my system. So let's go ahead and teach runes of capacity here. And then throw those into here. And then with the runes of capacity plus self-sacrifice, we should be able to do some pretty decent stuff. So let's say I want 10 runes of capacity. Each rune of capacity increases by how much? some netherite scrap. It doesn't really tell me. Oh, 20%. So if I get 10 of those, that should get us up to 30,000 LP, right? Because 5 would be 100%. So 10 of them should be 30,000, which is enough for what we need. So can I craft 10? What am I going to be missing? Imbued slates, 10 imbued, 9 blink. I need more imbued slates. So let's go ahead and grab, you know what, because this is, I know I'm robbing Peter PayPal here, but that's okay. You go in there, and then you guys can get turned into the imbued. I need a total of, let's see, I wanted 10 of these. I need 10 imbued slates. I have 3. So let's do 7 of these. Then those can go in there. Yeah, I'm actually going to need to get some stone, though. So I'm going to need 2 stone plus these to get this done. Okay, because it's going to want to get this back up to the 16. Okay, I'll be back in a moment once I get those runes of capacity. All right, so capacity, self-sacrifice, 10 of each. So we got 30 buckets in here, a little bit less than 30 buckets. We should be able to fill that up, and bam, we got 30 total buckets. It does have an internal buffer, which is why we're slowly losing some. So it's going to fill up its internal buffer that's inside of there. Anyway, so that's doing its thing, and we are pretty good. We're doing pretty decently here. So we don't need any more speed, blank runes. We taught the system that. So we need ritual stones and master ritual stones. I did go ahead and get myself the magician blood orb. Now I put that in here. I do need to get myself one, so that way I can have more LP in my system for these rituals that we're going to do. But we'll work on that in just a few minutes. Ritual stone is going to require 4 reinforced slate each. So we'll go ahead and grab a recipe for this. And we're going to grab a master ritual stone. And it says inside the quest chain that we need 8 ritual stone plus a master. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here, and then we're going to see what is it going to cost to do this. So 8 ritual plus a master. So 8 of you. I need 35 reinforced slates, so 36. Plus I'm going to need another 4 more. In order to do the master. So I need the ritual ones. So we're going to go ahead and say I want to keep 12, but I need reinforced. I'm going to go ahead and say I need a stack of these. Just so that way we have them. And eventually I'll keep a stack of each of these on hand once I can get more. I guess our goal is to blow through blood magic. I'm not planning on automating it or anything like that. So yeah, I was going to say I'll just manually doing this right now is fine. It's not that big of a deal. I can go ahead and speed this up. I can keep stabbing myself. It's not that complicated. With the self-sacrifice runes, I get quite a bit. In controlling how far I tick accelerate it makes it so that I can keep up with this fairly simply. But it speeds it up too. So like it's not too big of a deal. So yeah, be right back. All right, we got 46 reinforced slates. I think that's enough. I'm tired of standing here. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves our ritual stones. So we're going to need a total of 8 of those, it said. So we'll grab that. Then we need a master ritual stone. Now, I do want to pull out. Oh, no. Cancel that crap. Oh, man, are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. That was the wrong. Oh, man. These are the ritual stones I need. That explains why I needed so many of those. I did not need 60. I did not need that many. I just needed that many. It was because I requested to make 8 master ritual stones. No wonder it was so expensive. You freaking dingus, TheAndrata. Okay, whatever. So we're going to also need to get ourselves a ritual diviner and a activation crystal. The ritual diviner is going to be made like so. Let me get out of here. So we need a ritual diviner. This is going to allow us to find our rituals. So we need to go ahead and make ourselves an inscription tool. So we need some obsidian. We're going to need magma cream. We're going to need a gas tier. And we're going to need block of lapis. All of that inside of there. And we're going to need an activation crystal. And that's going to require us to have a lava crystal. A lava crystal is going to be made like so. That part's easy. Lava crystal, done. I mean, the rest of them are pretty easy too. So we just need to put all of this into our system to get it. So we need block lapis. Nope, not a 5xer. Just one block of lapis. We're going to need a gas tier. We're going to need magma cream. 48,000 magma cream. Lovely. And we're going to need some obsidian. So with these, all I got to do is pop them into our altar. So we can just go ahead and one by one and tick accelerate and then stab accelerate. That gets us that. That gets us that. Trying to go quick before my tick accelerating runs out. Luckily, none of these are too expensive. Now, a lava crystal, by the way, can be used in place of coal inside of machines, and it's like an infinite source. Just uses your LP. So that's kind of cool. And then step. Refill. Okay, cool. So we got our activation crystal. Now we can go ahead and grab our ritual diviner. Bam. And we can start seeing what do we need for our ritual here. I'm going to assume, since the quest told me to get 8, that we only need 8 total for the hidden realm ritual. But the diviner is what we need. Edge of the hidden realm, need a few items from the dimension. Yeah, okay. So we need to find ritual diviner. And I think we just shift right click until we see Edge of the hidden realm. Then I take a master ritual stone and I place it down. And then I see what are we going to need. That is a lot more than 8 ritual stones, is it not? How many ritual stones is that? Well, let's go look inside of the Sanguine Scientium so it can probably tell us. That's more than 8, though. Why did it say 8? Hidden realm, edge of the hidden realm. We're going to need a total of 36 runes. Okay. Not 8. Now, is it? I want to do ritual stones. Which draw your rituals. They look quite nifty and be mainly painted with various elemental inscription tools. Yeah, okay, cool. That is the ritual stones. Let me make sure I get enough. So I need another 12 of these, and I'm missing 5 reinforced slates. Man, because I messed up with my master ritual stones. Okay, give me a second. I want to get this open before we end the episode. All right, 36 ritual stones acquired. Ritual diviner. Let's go ahead and see. Is it going to replace anything? No, it is kind of going to be in the way here. I did accidentally kill myself by stabbing myself too much. Do I want to put this? Do I want this here then? It's going to be kind of in the way. At this point, I'm sort of not caring too much anymore. I just want to get everything done. So let's go ahead and just place it. You just got to right click on there. Then it'll do the thing. Now, it does require you to have some... Oh, did it go below too? No. Okay. Interesting. It does require you to have LP in your network. And I don't know exactly how much is it going to require. So let's see if we can't see. So we want hidden realm. And we're going to need 80,000 LP. So we definitely need to have our magician blood orb, right? Let's go back and let's see magician. The magician blood orb has 150,000. So I do need to make one more of those, and then I'm going to let it sit in there. So I'm going to grab my block of gold. We're going to go ahead and throw this into our altar. Let it convert into a magician blood orb. Then I got to bind it to myself. This requires 25,000 LP alone by itself. Oops, pay attention, TheAndrata. That's twice now I've not paid attention and killed myself. I wasn't looking at how much health I had. Again, it doesn't put my stuff back in the same exact spot. Okay, so we grab this. We go ahead and bind it. Now it's ours. So it's going to, do the thing. We can go ahead and leave this one in there. That's perfectly fine. But we need to go ahead and put it into here now so we can see exactly, or start getting LP into it. So we need 150,000 total. So I'm going to have to stab myself quite a bit here in order for that to happen. What I can do, though, is take my divination sigil and I can see, okay, I have 40,000 currently in there. So I can see how much I have, but it's 80,000 is what it takes. So we're almost there. Like, it's not terribly too far off. 60,000. Let's go ahead and speed it up again. Luckily, this doesn't matter if we go over. Okay, so we can grab our orb out. We can grab our activation crystal. We can come in here. We can click on the Master Ritual Stone. Bada bing, bada boom. We now have access to the edge of the hidden realm, where we're going to actually just go ahead and place a waystone so I can get rid of this thing. Duh. Then that way I don't have to look at it anymore. So we can go ahead and make an extra warp stone. Grab a waystone. And there we go. So once we get in there, we can pop a waystone down and do the thing. But yeah, I think that's going to end our episode. We'll go explore the edge of the hidden realm in the next episode. If you've seen it before, it's not really anything terribly too crazy. It's a little exciting. Yeah, it's a good cliffhanger to end the episode on. So anyway, if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.